Don't worry, this intro isn't going to last very long. The inherent problem that comes from discussing the best value for money is that no two people will have the same opinion. So of course, when you're selecting a top 20 list out of a game that has over 1,200 cars, people are going to disagree. So my top 20 list, of course, is not going to be the same as your top 20 list. The vehicles that you consider to be great value for money are obviously going to be different to the ones that I do. So basically what I've done is I've just curated a top 20 list for those vehicles which, of course, in my opinion, have the best sheer all-round ability on Gran Turismo 6 for their respective prices. They have to be strong in a straight line, at least in their own class, but also beyond their own class, have fantastic track ability and therefore handling, brakes, grip, drivability, pure spec, and in some cases sleeper value, and of course overall just value for money. So much bang for buck cannot go unnoticed, and that is the point of this video. So enough with the intro, let's get on with it. Oh, and one last thing, this list isn't in numerical order, it's just 20 of the best. Mitsubishi 3000 GTO. The 3000 GTO has everything you really need. Strong all-wheel drive, very good weight distribution, huge power, and massive straight line performance. The Renault Clio RS. It's a strong all-round hot hatch, not necessarily the quickest in the game, but among the quickest, and brilliant value for money, significantly undercutting many of its rivals. The Chevrolet Camaro SS. Not an obvious choice, but a brilliant value car. Ridiculously cheap, very quick, certainly one of the quickest muscle car type vehicles in the game, and a strong all-round performer. The Toyota Supra RZ. Everyone knows how fast it is, but it's a good all-round car. Fantastic price, huge power, and actually makes a decent track machine, drag car, or drifter. The Hyundai Clix concept. The Clix is an underappreciated model, reasonably expensive for a concept car, but immensely fast, and also doubles up as a brilliant rallying machine. The Lotus Esprit V8 GT, the cheapest version of the newer model Esprits, but still a strong all-round performer. The value for money is fantastic, and it can give many supercars a great run for their money. The Pontiac Trans Am. Perhaps again not an obvious choice, but a brilliant all-round muscle car, one of the quickest in the game, an excellent NASCAR, and has surprisingly good handling in general. The Mazda RX-7 Premium Spirit R. Brilliant all-round sports car, extremely fast for its power and price, fantastic drift and drag machine, and fun to drive. The SRT Viper ACR. It's a brutal track machine. It's the most expensive of the second generation Vipers, but it's a formidable opponent both in a straight line and around corners. The Mercedes SLS GT3. A remarkably cheap car considering how good it is. Significantly undercuts many of the other GT3 type models, has brilliant handling and huge top speed for its class. The Daihatsu Storia X4. A strange choice, but amazing value for money. It's an incredible sleeper car, phenomenally quick for its power, and around the track, in its class, it takes some beating. The C7 Corvette Stingray, a brilliant all-round super sports car that's ridiculously cheap as well, makes a brilliant track car, drift car, drag car, top speed racer, and just brilliant car in general. BMW Z4 GT3. Again, like the SLS, not an obvious choice, but the value for money is fantastic in the racing car class, and it has the same straight line performance as a Zonda R for a fraction of the price. The Corvette C6.R Z06 model. Again, very cheap for a full-on racing model, not technically a real car, and the slowest of these in terms of top speed, but still a very strong all-round racing car. The TVR Speed 12. It's a beast. The most powerful naturally aspirated road car ever made, hugely powerful in the game. Its top speed lets it down, but around the track, it's a monstrously fast supercar for a brilliant price. The Audi RS4 Avant. Not the quickest wagon in the game, but a brilliant track car and only a third of the price of its RS6 older brother, and it is not a slow machine. The Ford Shelby Mustang GT 500. It's the fastest muscle car in the game and also one of the cheapest. Massive power, massive straight line performance, great drift and drag machine, and can be tuned to be a great track car. The Nissan R33 Premium Skyline GT-R. Around the track, it's one of the quickest cars in the game, even quicker than the R32 or R34 versions thanks to its superior weight balance. It's a monster and a well-priced one. The Nissan R35 GT-R. You knew it was going to be on the list. It's priced well. It's the slowest version of the R35, but for value for money, it's almost unbeatable. Incredibly quick, grippy and forgiving. And finally, the TommyKaira ZZ-11. It's amazingly cheap for how fast it is, has nearly Le Mans prototype levels of cornering performance, and in a straight line can keep up with almost any supercar. So, by the nature of the subject matter, what one person considers to be great value isn't going to be the same as what somebody else does. So you can guarantee that many of you guys will disagree with cars that I've put in this list. And that's fine, because that's the nature of value for money. What one person considers it to be is of course different. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think the best value for money cars are on GT6? Do you agree with some of my selections? Do you agree with all of them? Seems unlikely, but it could be. Do you think I'm a moron for putting those top 20 in? Do you have a completely different list? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.